Right, perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure this is recording, which it should be perfect. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna film all these videos this year just so you have the ability to go back and look at different lessons. So perfect. So here's the first one. So we're gonna talk about adding sign numbers. So fill in the blank on the number line. Positive numbers are to the left of zero, and negative numbers are to the right of zero, and negative numbers are to the left. So adding a negative number to another number is the same as what operation. It is subtraction. Okay. So true or false, the sum of two negative numbers is always negative, right? So if you're adding two negative numbers, you are getting more negative. So that is true. A negative number plus a positive number is always negative. Not necessarily if I have -1 plus 2, that is +1, so that doesn't work. Okay, positive number plus a negative number is always positive. Also not true, right? If I have 2 plus -3, that is -1, so this also doesn't work. And the sum of two positive numbers is always positive. That is true because you're getting more positive, right? So the only time that the sign is going to stay the same is when you're adding two values of the same sign. So now here we've got some definitions. A real number is any number on the number line, positive, negative, and zero. Includes all fraction decimals. Integers are what I call are counting numbers, right? You count to them, okay? Commutative property, basically you flip and it's going to be the same on either side. Additive inverse is going to give you zero, and absolute value is distance from zero on an upper line. So I don't know why this moved over. Okay. So if I want to evaluate the absolute value, basically what is ever inside those brackets, it makes it positive. So add the numbers below. No floaters basically just means we want you to use equations and equal signs as we go. Okay, so this basically is the same thing as 4 minus 5, which is -1. Again, we learned at the beginning, two negatives, make it more negative. We can rewrite this as 7 minus 2, which is 5. And then this is the same thing as 1 minus 27, which is just -26. Okay, same thing here. Absolute value makes it positive. This is 0. A negative times a negative is a positive number. What has to happen first here is we are going to evaluate what's inside those brackets. So that becomes +9. And I'm going to skip some of these here. Okay, so let's say we look at this guy. Two negatives make a positive. Negative and a positive make a negative, and a negative and negative make a positive. So my final answer is +6. And again, fractions, same thing. We're going to keep that denominator the same. 5 minus 2 is going to be 3/13. Okay. And that would be it. So there's your examples of adding positive and negative numbers.